What's bargain, everybody? I'm DJ Sparker, aka Damo, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. If I sound tired at all, it's because I just woke up. Shish. Anyway, this is a battle with a Mega Camerupt team, and to be honest, Mega Camerupt is one of my favorite Megas. I think it's a very underrated Pokemon, and this battle really demonstrates what it can do. So, without further ado, let's start the battle. So, if you probably couldn't tell with the Klefki in my party, this is a screen team, and Klefki's job is pretty much to set out screens and spikes and whatever. And my opponent actually leads off with the Hydreigon right here. I'm a little bit ahead of the battle. So, obviously, I don't care about what this thing does. It could be short-banded into liquidation, but I don't care. I just go right for a reflect to lessen any damage the thing wants to do to me. And sure enough, it does go for liquidation. I thought by this damage it was choice banded because that actually did a lot for being past the screens. But actually, well, he goes for liquidation again, and I'm pretty sure that's choice banded because Water Aquanid isn't choice banded. I mean, that's pretty much the only set of runs because that's how it gets the most damage out of everything. So I go into my my Tangrowth right here to absorb the liquidation, and it still does a lot for being resisted and frickin'. Actually, that doesn't do nothing. I mean, that does nothing. So I go for a knockoff right here to see what item this thing has, and this thing was actually assault vested. So it's not the choice band that's boosting this thing's power. It's just the frickin'. It's just Water Bubble that's broken. Water Bubble is just a broken ability. And good thing Arachne has like base 75 attack. Otherwise, this thing would be broken. So I just go for a Giga Drain, try to do as much damage as I can to the thing. This thing is leech slapping me, which is super effective, but it does go for a poison jab here, and I really don't want to get the poison on my Tangrowth, so I pretty much have to switch out right here. And this Arachne isn't like getting scared out of or anything, so I go into my Staraptor to try to scare it out with a Brave Bird, and this thing goes for a poison jab, and yeah, it's not really gonna do much considering it wasn't choice banded and freaking the reflect is up. So finally he gets swapped out for Arcanine, and Arcanine is so bulky. Like, I've just been underestimating the bulk of Arcanine. Like, I thought this would do a lot. I mean, I guess I'm not choice banded or anything, but this is a reckless Brave Bird from a Staraptor. Like, look how much this does. That does so little for being I mean, I guess I'm -1, so yeah, Rocky Helmet. I really don't want to take much damage on my Staraptor anymore, so out I go into my Starmie, and he makes a really good prediction. He makes the double out into, what was it again? Oh yeah, the Vikavolt. So Vikavolt scares me. I can't knock it out with anything, and Reflect is wearing off, so I just have to go into my Camerupt right here, because I do Wallet Stabs, and there's pretty much nothing it can do to me. And it goes for a Bug Buzz, predicting my ground type to come in. That was a fair play. Unfortunately, he gets the special defense drop, which is very meh. But still, he can't do anything to me, so I was obviously going to switch out. I think it was a little too scared of Camerupt right here because I think he doesn't realize how slow Mega Camerupt is, so he keeps switching out. But just look at how much damage this Fire Blast does. Look at how much damage this Fire Blast does, and keep telling me this thing sucks. Look at this. Look at this! That's a resisted hit. Okay, granted that's a crit, but come on! That's still so much damage for being resisted. So, I don't want my Camerupt taking damage because it can check the 2 Pokemon on his team. So I go out into my Assault Vest Tangrowth to take up any hits. He goes for a Dark Pulse, which might be Specs, might be Scarf, I don't really know yet. And he goes out into Vikavolt, and I just click knockoff to get rid of any item this thing has. And I go for a knockoff, and this thing is Z-Move. Yeah, that's, I don't know what Z-Move is. It's probably like the electric Z-Move, because who runs Bug Z-Move? Sorry. He goes for a Bug Buzz again, and yeah, that was pretty obvious. He didn't really have to predict anything. Bug Buzz was the safest play, and he again goes out into his Arcanine because he can't go out into his Hydreigon anymore. But again, look at how much Fire Blast does. This thing is so powerful. This thing is so hard. I love Mega Camerupt so much. Oh man, I need to drink something. My voice is getting very raspy. So Yeah, he's running out of switches to this thing. Out of the Discord. So he predicts me to go for Earth Power, but I actually went for the Ancient Power because I knew Arachnoid was coming in, and I didn't lose anything for going for Ancient Power. And jeez, that was a crit. I don't know if that crit mattered because Arachnoid is very bulky on his special side. So yeah, I have no reason not to switch into my Klefki right here because it walls both of the stabs. I mean, it could go for my opponent could go for Fire Blast, but it's a very risky place considering I could stay in and go for another Ancient Power. But Hydreigon switches out as it should, and it goes set. My opponent goes on into Metagross, and Klefki just basically sets up more screens to make my team even more bulky. Tangrowth under screens are so evil, but I love it so much. Oh yeah, Mega Metagross. Did I mention that this battle was against a passerby? Oh, like getting Wi-Fi battles on Gen 7 is really hard. It's really hard this gen, so I pretty much have to take what I can get. But frickin', I just hate it when people use Ubers. I really hate it, like, especially when people use like normal teams with Ubers in them, like suddenly it's have like a normal OU team and then suddenly Mega Kangaskhan. Like, no, don't do that. You're just making yourself even worse. So my opponent goes for a Bullet Punch, and I guess this thing doesn't have Thunder Punch, and this thing might be adamant because I'm always outspeeding it with my Starmie. So I go for Scald right here, and this thing can't really touch me because I have the Reflect Up, and I get the Burn, which is also really great. This thing is gonna do no damage. Like, look at this. There's a non-stab Earthquake on a Starmie with a Reflect Up and a Burn. It does absolutely nothing. Unban this thing. Okay, don't unban this thing. I seriously want this thing banned. This Mega is the most broken thing in the game. Please do not unban this. I don't care what anyone says. This thing deserved the ban. This thing is broken. Look, let's take a look at this thing's stats. Okay, Mega Metagross has base 140 attack with Tough Claws, Meteor Mass, Zen Headbutt, Elemental Punches, minus Fire Punch, frickin' Bullet Punch, and what else? What else does this thing get? It gets Hammer Arm, it gets Magnet Rise, it gets Pursuit, it gets Hyper Beam. You can run a special Metagross. You shouldn't, but you can. Anyway, Metagross goes down finally, and that's a huge threat out of the way. I mean, I guess it wasn't really a threat now that it was burned and Reflect, but my opponent goes on into this Faker right here, and I really had to go for Scald and break this thing's disguise and hopefully get another burn. But I do break this disguise, but the burn isn't happening because the game says screw me for burning a Mega Metagross. That's all you get. And Mimikyu set us up a Swords Dance. I would be scared, but I do have Hydreigon, Specs Hydreigon, in the back because it resists the Shadow Sneak, and it naturally outspeeds Mimikyu, so that's very nice. That is very good backup. And because the Reflect is up, I'm going to leave the Shadow Sneak. That's some very good damage. Alright, so I Scald again just to get a little more chip before my Starmie faints. And that's a crit, so unfortunately I don't get the burn, but I didn't need the burn anymore because that's in range of Specs Dark Pulse. So Mimikyu takes out my Starmie with a +2 Shadow Sneak. It gets a crit right here. This game is so full of crits. I don't think the crit mattered actually because well, the Reflected War up over there. But I just didn't think it because I think it was a 2-hit KO anyway. So Hydreigon comes out, kills the thing with the Specs Dark Pulse. He pretty much has to go out into his own Hydreigon to risk a Speed type, but he doesn't. He goes into his Vikavolt thinking he'd take a hit, but I'm Choice Specs, and let's see how well this thing takes a Choice Specs Dark Pulse from the Hydreigon. Oh, it takes it, but unfortunately I get the flinch, and this game is full of a lot of hacks. Like, but it's Pokemon. What can you do? I hate it when hacks happens on my side especially, but yeah, it's really bad. I've actually been getting hacked a lot lately. So my opponent is either Choice Scarfed or he won the Speed tie. I mean, I'm assuming he just won the Speed tie because I don't know why you'd run Dragon Pulse with Specs. I mean, you pretty much have to go with Draco Meteor to get the power you need. But if he is Scarfed, I'm Scarfed Raptor, which will outspeed this thing and go for a U-turn. And the only Pokemon left is Arcanine. And Mega Camerupt, you can come right out and frickin' end its battle. Mega Camerupt has been so good in this game. Like, I don't think Mega Camerupt is as bad as people say. Like, I think it's a very good Mega. Like, it hits so hard. It has very good coverage. Like, not many people switch into not many Pokemon switch into a Sheer Force Fire Blast with base 140 attack, special attack, I should say. And the Pokemon that do take a lot of damage. I mean, Flareblitz, yeah, Flareblitz can freaking do that. And Earth Power is gonna clean this thing up. So that is game. GG. Except for the Mega Metagross. Don't ever do that to me again. I hate these freaking broken Megas. But hey, I'm using my camera, so I can't talk, I guess. So that is our battle with our Mega Camerupt team. I almost said Mega Metagross. And I am aware that Marshadow has been released in Japan, and the new Mega Stones for Glade, Gardevoir, and Lopunny have been released, and those will be next. So if you like this team and want to try it out for yourself, it's down below in the description. And if you want to see more Wi-Fi battles or other content in general, be sure to click like, comment, or even subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.